You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is JPTD, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Pump the brakes, because we are on the final stop on the Tom Says Highway to Mania. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached the summit. There is no going back from here. This is it. As we said, we are going to deliver our predictions privately to the scorekeeper in Nick, who is furiously sharpening pencils and making sure his calculator batteries are all charged. So this way he gets an accurate tally to make sure that we have a definitive, clear winner at WrestleMania 42.
Every prediction of mine is done in number form.
What's that?
Every prediction of mine is in number form, so it's in code.
It's good.
He's got to add up the number of points that everyone's got. It's math. It's tough.
But I don't say one single name. I refer to them as a number.
In code? Okay, that's fine.
In code. Nick's going to crack the code. Also, I have something devastating to share with everyone. I'm apparently Jack Black.
I thought you were about to say I'm a parent.
I have been told 3 times in the past week, you know who you look like? Jack Black. You know who you remind me of? Jack Black. I cut my hair. I guess I've gotten fatter. I don't know.
I got to disagree with that.
I love Jack Black. I think he's fantastic. I think he's funny.
I have met both you and Jack Black, and you are not. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. You're like 4 Jack Blacks tall,
at least.
And Jack Black is about 3 Toms wide.
Yeah, like what?
Jack Black was not invited to my wedding.
Jack Black.
Wow, you got some heat with him?
Great. And
I'm just saying. No, it's just who I like more. That's how important Tom is.
If I ever get married again, Jack Black's invited, and we're gonna have a Jack Black off.
I can't even say
it can't be a Black Jack off.
That's a very different party there.
It'll be a Tom Jack off.
I have a story for the two of you when this is not recording.
Let's talk about wrestling.
Let's talk about Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen, and the Dynasty that I'm going to create at WrestleMania when I am once again your king of the nerds.
You fucking idiot.
But Dynasty happened.
I got some stuff to say about it.
I watched the whole thing. Some things. I watched a lot of it, and then I fell asleep.
Jericho is share. That's my point.
I can't believe. So I think Dynasty was, I thought overall, good pay-per-view. The majority of the matches were good.
Good pay-per-view.
I did not like a lot of the finishes.
Same.
Not because of who won, but because how many matches on one card are you going to have that finish with cheating? Especially when it's not needed.
Yeah.
Like, what the crap, dude? Then I'm going, I already knew who was going to win the main event halfway through the card because of who won the number 1 contender match. Who also, by the way, wasn't the most over person in that match. So Andrade took on I don't know what you're pointing at, but Andrade took on Darby Allin, and Andrade was super over. And he looked like $1 million. He was wrestling great. And
did he rip his pants off? Because I saw him in trunks and pants. I feel like
he always takes.
He did.
Oh, he does the Garza thing now.
Well, I mean, he's always done the come out to the ring and take off his pants thing. He's been doing that ever since he was La Sombra in CMLL.
Oh, okay.
I thought early on in the match, I thought, Andrade can win.
He should have won.
Yeah,
I really kind of disappointed with how that went, because it's like Darby should have gotten a title shot 6 months ago.
Yeah,
and it kind of feels like you missed that chance there.
Yep.
And then AEW would have made more sense.
AEW does that. They'll have a guy who's getting real hot, and then they do nothing, and then like 6 months later they give them the shot, and I'm like, we've lost interest.
Yeah, I'm also I'm kind of going with it being in Canada. Normally when you have a show in Canada, that usually means Canadian wrestlers are going to win.
Yeah, they all lost, right?
Only one. Kyle O'Reilly's the only Canadian who won in a match that should not have been on the card. It should have been on the pre-show.
Yep.
Which I don't understand either. They get War Dogs, the top free agents coming from New Japan, bring them in, put the trios title on. I'm like, this is going to be good. Then they, less than 24 hours later, they drop the titles.
It makes no sense.
No, it makes sense because who had the trios title before the War Dogs did?
I don't know, honestly.
Jet Speed had that, and
yeah,
not Kevin Knight,
Kevin Durant.
Yes, Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight was won the TBS title.
Yep.
Which didn't make sense to me either because you're watching this match. It's like there's a lot of guys. Pretty much there's only one guy that I'm pretty sure is not going to win this match. Maybe two. I'll go El Clone as being the other one.
Yep.
But Kevin Knight and El Clone, neither one of those guys are winning because everyone else has some juice and has some star power, and Kevin Knight just won.
Oh, jeez.
What you picked the wrong Jet Speed guy to win.
Yeah.
As much as I'm not a big fan of Speedball, it would have made sense for him to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, what the heck are you doing? They did Tekla versus Jamie Hayter, which Tekla won. She rolled her up, had the pin, 1, 2, 3, and then for some reason Tekla decides to grab the rope for leverage for that extra 4 count. What? I don't know what she was doing because it's like
you gotta want it.
Why? It's like 1, 2, 3, and then she grabs the rope. It's like what? And then it's like, oh, she cheated. It's like I know that she was probably supposed to grab it sooner, but it's like it was completely unnecessary.
At that point, don't grab it.
Yeah, it's like just it didn't make any sense, and it didn't make anyone look good, and I hated that cheating to win.
Yeah,
like I'm okay with it happening in a couple of matches, but when it's like, we're gonna just do this and it's heels night.
Because it's heelish night.
The Bucks won.
Bucks did win.
That was a good match. That was a good match.
It was.
I enjoyed from what I saw.
That was a good
I like the ending where Takeshita could have ripped a leg down and said, fuck it.
I do, but it was kind of clunky.
That's one of those, hey, boss, hey, can you stick around and do like 5 more minutes on the clock? No, boss, sorry. I'm done.
Nah, you knew
tomorrow's problem.
They
were setting that up for a minute. They've been setting up Takeshita versus Okada for a while, and
which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I'm in.
Sold.
Really exciting.
Sold. Okada looked great though.
He did.
Okada's starting to look a little bit more like the Okada we want.
Yeah.
Weird. You give him some matches on a pay-per-view and a little bit of time, and he looks great.
I thought you were going to say weird. You put him in a Young Bucks vest, and he looks great.
I mean,
he did.
It was
what match was that? The opening match? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Opening the pay-per-view with that was the right move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was the right move.
100%. I agree. Kenny Omega versus MJF. Is that a thing?
Such a good match.
Was it?
Was there a stipulation to it or anything like that? Like besides the title being on the line? Like if Kenny loses, he can't challenge again?
No. Okay. It was the only thing I did, like, it was a great match except for the finish because there was cheating that I didn't think was needed.
Yeah.
The cheating was MJF. So there's a ref bump, refs down, and the thing is, the ref had taken MJF's ring from him at the beginning of the match because they were making a big deal about MJF can't have this ring because he'll use it to cheat. So you got to make sure he doesn't have it. Of course, MJF gets the ring back. He's getting ready to do a spot on the apron. He punches Kenny Omega in the gut because the diverticulitis is something. Hits Kenny with a tombstone through a table on the outside, throws him in, finishes him off. But it's like that. He didn't even need the ring for that. He could have just punched him in the stomach and done the same exact thing, and I would have been like, you know what, I'm okay with this. There's the did he kick out of the One Wing Angel? Because, the Kenny hit an avalanche One Wing Angel.
Yep, I
And
saw that.
there was a pinfall that went to 12. And, the second ref came in and did he kick out? I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that count? It doesn't.
No.
Fun spot. It's kind of stupid, but I was definitely not happy at the end of that night because I'm going, it was unnecessary cheating. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with winning clean. In fact, I prefer it. Sure. Do I think that AEW is wasting Kenny Omega?
Yes.
And do I think that they try to cover it with the announce team by going, the announce team's going, well, MJF can't beat Kenny Omega, obviously. Kenny Omega was a better wrestler tonight, and MJF is insecure and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, but he won
Yeah.
by cheating.
Yep.
Like,
Again.
yeah, and it's the same finish that he's done for every match he's had. Like,
Every match.
please stop with the stupid ring. Like,
Mhm.
if you want to cheat, that's okay. But Eddie
Make
Guerrero
it
would have
fun.
come up with 9,000 different ways to do it.
Just
Yeah,
make
it's
it fun.
it's the same story. Like it worked great the first time, but like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you
Yeah.
gotta evolve a little bit with it. So
Yeah, you have to. And yeah, I also like I need pay-per-views to go from 7 o'clock until 10:30.
It
yeah,
was a bit long.
I'm just
That's not anything new.
No, it's nothing new. It's just what I need. I also had just gotten back from a trip, so like the thought of staying up until midnight was not in the cards for me.
yeah.
Hey, Crouton, come here.
It's just too long.
Come here.
Like I
I
was
think
tired just following along on Twitter last night. So
Yeah, like I said, I think there were a couple matches that could have been cut from the card. Like I think that the Conglomeration versus the War Dog should have been pre-showed.
well, they had four matches on the pre-show, didn't they? Like,
Yeah, but
it just seems like a lot.
You can have that on the pre-show. No one cares about the pre-show. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say, Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir just keeps getting better, and I'm kind of going. It feels like maybe she should have won.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good match. I'm a little annoyed with the whole. There were a bunch of matches that I'm kind of going. I don't think this was a good move. I thought the Mox Osprey match was brutal as hell. I don't get the finish, and I do like Mox winning makes sense because Mox needs a win. He just has been
Yeah.
doing all the jobs, but then it's
Mhm.
like at the same time this is a big thing where Osprey's coming back and he's got his big match. He's going to be doing all this stuff, and I'm kind of like I don't know if this is necessarily the match that he should have had right away.
Yeah.
Yep. He should have. He's Osprey coming back. He should have won.
Yeah. 100%.
But it does tie up their. No, it doesn't tie it up. Yeah, it ties up their matches at one apiece.
Okay. So we'll get it again, which is great. I mean, they put on a great match.
Yeah.
They did. It was a brutal match. I thought FTR versus Edge and Christian or Coping Cage. That was fun, but dude, Cope got busted open hard way, and they showed it. Like he took a title to the face, but you saw they showed it in slow motion. You see it, his head just opened right up.
Oh,
Yep.
He's. I don't know. I think they're gonna set up a match for like a triple threat tag match between FTR, Edge and Christian, and the Young Bucks, and probably do like a ladder match or something.
yeah.
Yep.
Could be fine. I have no interest in watching Edge and Christian wrestle.
Well, let me ask this as we transition down the week a little bit with Dynasty being what it was. JP, are you as happy with the result of Dynasty as you are excited for the potential results of WrestleMania?
That depends.
On?
Like I think there's only one night's worth of good matches for WrestleMania,
and it's night 2?
No. I think that if you take all of the matches for night 1 and 2, you
Fair.
only have one night's worth of good matches, and then you have a whole night of matches I could care less about.
Fair.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I even know which match I think is going to be the show stealer.
Bailey.
No. She's in a big tag match with a bunch of other tag teams. Yeah, I'm not really sold on that one. I think the match that's going to steal the show is going to be Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu.
Yep.
They've got to climb to
give a
like the height of
shit about-
the WrestleMania hotel stage, right? And just like fall through something, right?
I don't give a shit about Drew McIntyre either.
The man just lost his cat. Show some respect.
Okay.
Cats.
My cat's right over there laying down like a fat piece of shit because she's that fat. I'm looking at the WrestleMania card, and I'm really bummed that Bailey's in a fatal 4-way tag match.
Yeah.
Night 1 does not look great. In general, I don't think it looks great. I mean, Cody and Randy Orton should be fun.
Should be, but Pat McAfee fucked it up.
Yep. Stephanie
I don't think he
McMahon.
did. I think that there was already a problem, and the problem is that Cody's in the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that he's in the main event. I think he's a face in the main event. If the roles were reversed, how excited would everyone be?
Yeah.
So funny you say that, because I think that we're seeing what's happening with Sami Zayn is Cody's next online for that. Sami Zayn's getting booed, and he like tried to cut it off as, oh well, I fight for my fans, and I'm doing it for the kids and all that stuff. It's like, dude,
I do it for these people here who paid their hard-earned money.
They're shoving Sammy down our throats with no story, with no emotional investment.
Like, here's my thing. I think Sammy is there because they don't want Mello to take a pin against this, and it's clear as day. Here's my spoiler on this pick: Trick Williams wins at WrestleMania.
Of course,
I think so too. Yeah.
I mean, if that's it should, right? We're not gonna fuck that up.
I think that Carmelo Hayes should have taken on Trick Williams for that title.
I think you could have. Yes, they could have built it up better, but
that tells me that they don't believe in Carmelo Hayes.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's been one of your mid-card champs for the better part of the year.
Yep.
Like, if you don't trust him to do that, then why bother?
I'll also say this. With no fucking build, like, we're getting Gunther versus Seth with like 2 weeks of build. Okay, it's going to be a great match. Don't get it wrong.
I mean, they just did a thing on Raw where,
But you could have easily just said, you know what? It's WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year. Here's Gunther versus Dragunov. No build, but you're going to fucking love the snuff film that they put out there.
Yep.
And that would have stolen the show with no build.
I think Seth Rollins and him can have a good match depending on which version of Gunther we get. If we get Gunther who's going to chop somebody to nothing, it'll be a good match.
What did Seth hurt? Seth hurt his leg? What did Seth hurt when he went out?
Which time?
The recent time, the legitimate injury.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was he pretended to hurt his leg, but he had actually hurt his shoulder.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be funny as fuck. Like, he's just chopping the shit out of him in that one spot.
Right.
Oh, God, he keeps chopping him.
I'm sad about one match at WrestleMania. Genuinely sad. I wanted us to get the entrance with a surprise of the Demon. I don't like that they announce it. I think it takes away from what it is.
Yeah.
And I'm really annoyed and really bummed out because it's not exciting anymore. Like, at this point, the Demon's just a gimmick. It doesn't feel special. It doesn't.
Well, they made it more like the way he used it in New Japan, where big match, he's going to paint up.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but the thing is, he didn't announce it in New Japan. He just showed up.
Yep.
I think they really dropped the ball there with that one.
I mean, they just don't know what to do with Finn, and it doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Like, I'm not one to say you need to leave and go to AEW or you need to leave and go to WWE. That's not really my bag, but like Finn might need to leave and go to AEW. Like that would give us some very exciting matches.
I think that Finn, I don't think he's going anywhere because I think that while they don't know what to do with him, they're still getting a reaction for him.
Yep.
And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. And not that, but he's on the other end of 40 now.
Coming up. Is he?
Yeah. He's like 42, I think.
That's crazy. I thought I was older than Finn Balor.
Emotionally you are.
I mean, emotionally, yeah, he's 44. Wow.
There you go.
That's crazy. Hold on. I Googled Finn Balor age. Then the article underneath is people also ask, who is richer, John Cena or Triple H?
It's a good question. I would John Cena?
And then
higher net value, I would assume, is
then is the great
answer in the comments.
Triple H is 250 million, John Cena is 85 million.
Interesting.
The next one,
well, I guess the shares.
Shut up. The next one is the great Khali still married?
That's important.
Is he? Find out next time on the broadcast after Mania.
Speaking about
yes.
Indian wrestlers, Veer, who's no longer coming, he has become a shaman.
Yeah, I saw this.
How crazy is that?
Wild.
It's like
good for him.
Yeah, I guess it was because like his dad died or something. And
yeah,
so
I think I saw that. His dad decided a monk shaman, something like that. So
yeah, which I'm like,
find
that's
happiness.
Kind of cool. That's actually kind of almost a ridiculously cool gimmick. That it's kind of like oh,
so he might be coming. So he might still be coming. He's back.
Yep.
So how about this? Are you more excited for night 1 or night 2? If you had to buy one standalone, which one are you more excited for?
Night 2.
As am I. Mainly because I'm DJing on night 1. Not that I have a problem with that, but I'll be able to enjoy night 2.
Well, because night 2, I don't give a shit about the main event, but like the undercard's actually pretty good. You got the IC title match with 6 dudes in it. You got Brock versus Obafemi. You got Dom versus Finn. That's more matches I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Notice I left Roman and Punk out of that. I am not excited about that.
I probably won't even stay up for that.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Me and my 6 wristbands, we're excited.
I also don't understand, why did Punk cut a promo on Pat McAfee? He's not working Randy Orton.
You never know. Who cares?
Why did Pat McAfee then cut a promo on Punk?
Because ticket sales, baby.
Nothing makes sense anymore.
And the thing is, all it was that Punk looked like an idiot because he's like, oh, I'm cutting a pipe bomb promo. And then Pat McAfee said, yeah, how was that Saudi Arabia money again?
Yep.
And it's like, dude, like, you really screwed up there. I mean, yeah, Punk said some cool stuff, but like, Punk, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I'm the anti-authority guy. You cashed your Saudi Arabia check, didn't you? Yeah. And you apologized to Saudi Arabia, didn't you? Yeah.
Well, I also know, actually, my wife pointed this out. He called him Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out Pope Leo, by the way. Just saying.
I mean,
it was very heated.
Could it have been better?
It shouldn't have happened. Why are they trying to sell a match that's not going to Pat McAfee's not going to work Punk. There's no reason for them to be cutting promos on each other.
No.
It has nothing to do with either one of their matches.
Well, you know damn well this is going to lead to Backlash Tampa. We're getting Cody and Jelly Roll versus Pat and Randy, right? You know that's what's happening.
And Jelly Roll.
And it's going to be for the world title, and Jelly Roll's going to win the world title.
I have something to say about
Jelly Roll. Could you fucking imagine?
His promo went over like a wet fart.
Jelly Roll has single-handedly added to the death of the World Cup with his stupid fucking song.
Not a good song.
We
And I'm
have
not saying that because I hate
Waka
on country.
Waka, and now we're going to Jelly Roll. I'm sorry, like Paramore. You put Misery Business on. Sabrina Carpenter. The B-52s. Rock Lobster should be the World Cup song.
Rock Lobster?
Why not? It gets people excited.
Fair.
Sweet Caroline.
Dun, dun,
Ba,
dun,
ba,
dun, dun. And now
Like-
it's time to meet the starting lineup for Team Portugal. Dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun,
It's
dun.
Ronald Cristiano Ronaldo.
I don't even know what the World Cup song means.
Ronaldo
Like,
Lobster.
It's just a song that they're gonna play a lot. And
Oh,
It's like Back in the Saddle with Aerosmith.
It's supposed to get people really excited about it, and it's just such a dull song.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna make that Flo Rida
like
song
to
about
party.
putting on green lights.
We like
That was
to party.
Pitbull,
We
and
like
that
to party.
slaps.
We like to party. We like to party. That should be the song.
Speaking of that song,
green
I just
light.
have to say this out loud because I know at least Tom will appreciate this. Uncle Junior from The Sopranos. We're watching right now. We're in the midst of season 3. Uncle Junior reminds me of the Six Flags guy. Just had to let that be known.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just watching the whole time. I'm like,
100%.
he's like, I got cancer. My back hurts.
Me and my dad were literally. I haven't talked to my dad in a little while, and I called him. I was making dinner to give him some life updates and shit. And I'm like, yeah, like, do you know that like I'm on my second like run through of The Sopranos this year? And he's like,
This year?
Yeah. He goes, did you catch it? I go, yeah, I caught it. And he goes, what do you think I'm asking? I go, Chicky Sasso. Because they say my last name in The Sopranos.
Do they?
Yeah.
When? Wait, what season are you at?
I mean, this is season 1.
Oh, they said Chicky Sasso in season 1. Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's great.
I
It's
fucked up.
great.
Dave.
It's great.
I
disappointed.
fucked up.
That is reference in The Sopranos.
All right, so how about this? Which match at WrestleMania, to get back on topic here, which are you least excited for and which are you most excited for?
I'll let Tom answer this first.
I got to pull up the card.
Okay, then I'll answer it first. That's easy for me. I don't care about Punk and Roman.
Yeah.
As a match I care the least about. The match I care the most about is Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to be that's on ESPN on Saturday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it'll be the second match of the night.
Or if somebody say, if you're not willing to pay for that and you just have to take some kind of initiative and look for some things out on the high sea.
I'll say this. I have a VPN. I'm excited to see how it works. It worked okay for Elimination Chamber. So
yeah,
I'm excited. What I'm curious is this. So do you have to watch the first hour on ESPN? Is it exclusive to that, or can you watch it on the ESPN? Like is the app separate? Or if you're like international, can you just watch it on Netflix the whole time? Or do you have to watch on ESPN on cable, then you watch it on the ESPN app or Netflix?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the ESPN app and then Hulu, Disney, all those after that.
Gotcha. It's just too much. It's just too many fucking.
I don't even know how to watch. I'm least excited. I want to agree with JP, but I'm going to go a little different. Like Roman Reigns bores the shit out of me. He's just boring to me. And I don't really care for CM Punk. I am 0% excited for Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley. 0%. I think that match is going to be really dumpy and boring. I am moderately excited for Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar.
That feels weird to say, too.
I hate Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar... This is going to sound... Actually, I don't care. If Brock Lesnar dies in the ring while this is happening, I will feel nothing towards that. I am very excited to see Obafemi go out over on Brock Lesnar. I am very excited to see a large black man go over on a racist rapist of Brock Lesnar.
I didn't know he was racist. I knew he was a rapist, but...
I mean, he's friends with Donald Trump, so...
Kofi Kingston, Big E... Lash, he takes all the people.
He takes all. I mean, he was racist for ending.
But can you imagine?
Cody Rhodes reversed it.
Could you imagine though if like Obafemi and Brock they're battling and they just cut to fucking Big E and Kofi just watching on the monitor, just
It would be
casually?
incredible. It would be incredible. And Bobby Lashley's just there.
Bobby's in the crowd, or they cut to a man that moves like who's the closest thing? Omos just but Omos comes into the shop, but he's cut off like he's Nanny in the Muppet Babies.
If Obafemi does not win,
I might not watch the rest of the night.
I might not watch the rest of the event.
I wouldn't
honestly
be shocked either way. I could see them do a thing where they go, they do like, but they did one of Dave's favorite matches when they did the ladder match with Jeff Hardy and The Undertaker, and it was a banger match. Yep, there you go, Dave. Can't help himself. He needs to get his Jeff Hardy in there. But like after the match, Jeff Hardy lost the match. It was a great match, and you got to the point where you're going, Jeff Hardy might win this thing.
Yeah.
And afterwards, Taker did the whole, respect handshake and all that. But the thing is, after that, Jeff Hardy was a top of the card guy.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be upset if they do that with Obafemi. I think he should win, but I wouldn't be horribly opposed if it's a good match and they do a handshake afterwards. I might not be upset about that.
A handshake I'd be fine with.
If it's a real match, if it's not Brock versus Kofi, just throwing a bunch of F5s and it's over. If we get a real match, because Brock can do a real match. Brock is capable of putting on a really good wrestling match. Yep. If we get the match that I'm going to say we deserve and we expect, and Brock wins, and then afterwards it's a very serious, like the handshake with the pat on the shoulder. Like it's got to be not like a passing of the torch, but an approval. Unfortunately, that pulls weight from Brock. You give that approval, and you don't think that
no, because it didn't do anything to the Undertaker when he did it. I think that if anything,
it doesn't pull from Brock. It means something coming from Brock.
Yep.
I think that it cements Obafemi as a top guy, regardless of win or loss. Which I think is more.
You're good.
I think
it's more important.
I have a thought. Mm-hmm. So, night after Mania on Raw, Obafemi comes out to cut a promo after beating Brock clean. Comes out, Brock's just comes out, shakes his hand. Oba walks out, and as Brock is staring, in comes Gunther from behind, and just puts a sleeper on and walks away. And you start the build to Mania or to SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't think Brock's going anywhere anytime soon. I think he's
really?
Fuck. I think he's big. He's you put him in SummerSlam and WrestleMania, and they're just going to keep trotting him out for that. I don't.
No.
People who own the company like him way too much.
Pop him in the Rumble every year.
The super progressive Saudis love it. And I'm so excited for WrestleMania next year in the progressive city of Riyadh. Because it's going to happen. It's happening. And I think that, so Will Ospreay said, boy, Tony Khan should probably put on a week of wrestling so that, all these wrestling fans who aren't going to go to Saudi Arabia, who want to spend their money, have something to do.
It's got to happen. Tony Khan has to foot the bill.
He has such a chance to make
the biggest week of independent wrestling. But not okay. I've thought about this.
Okay.
It doesn't just have to be independent. Put fucking Jordan Oliver versus Will Ospreay on GCW.
Ooh.
Or put that on AEW. Put fucking Joe Schmo.
Isn't Jordan Oliver an AEW guy right now?
I don't know. I'm just trying
to pick. Yes, he is.
Okay, I'm just trying to pick people then. Put fucking whoever against Orange Cassidy in whatever event. Give the independents your wrestlers. Not rent them out, not sell them. That sounds awful, but put them out on lease. Don't charge. AEW should foot the fucking bill.
Yep.
And it will only benefit AEW. If you do a week of wrestling and not all in the same place, right? They could choose a central area, but if you're doing it here in the big wrestling cities, you've got New York, you got Tennessee, you got Chicago, you got the West Coast. You do these events all over not sporadically, meticulously, and you don't know who you're going to get. Maybe don't even let them promote it, like of who's going to be there. I don't know.
That's a hard sell, man.
I know, like, JP. Because mystery wrestling does so good at it.
Fair.
Yeah, that's
fine.
I don't know, man.
You do it all in one place. You do it all in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I don't have to drive anywhere.
In your backyard.
In my backyard.
Literally in your backyard.
My backyard is 8.5 feet long.
Well, it's going to be a real small ring.
Real narrow ring. Real long ring.
It's literally a Hasbro ring just set up.
But yeah, it makes so much sense. And I do think AEW should just take a financial loss.
I don't even think it would be a loss. That's the thing. I think
there's
make money on there. I think
it would be a lot of upfront cost for them. That
I think that all they have to do is set up
between Daly's place and the Jaguar Stadium and the massive parking lots there, you could do so much.
Yeah.
Which is right there.
The thing is, with the indie wrestling, all they need is a place to go. You don't need to set them up with a venue. You don't need to. They'll figure that stuff out. They just need a city to go to. And the thing is that most of these promotions aren't going to go to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. And the wrestlers are not going to go to Saudi Arabia because no one can afford that.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, there's all the shows. Like, you're right. They can book and do their own show.
Which is usually what happens.
Effie will do Big Gay Brunch wherever it needs.
Could you imagine Effie's Big Gay Brunch in Saudi Arabia? The
no,
gayest, most progressive.
It would be one long walk to a room where they execute everyone.
Yeah,
the biggest, most progressive gay brunch.
Progressively,
they'd murder them.
That's right.
This execution is brought to you by Progressive.
It's Riyadh season. Is it time to do some progressive executions?
It's Riyadh season. But you know what's always in season? Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Brought to you by Tony Khan.
Tony Khan needs to have a meeting with all of the independents that run shows Mania weekend.
I'd throw sponsorship up there.
And say straight up, where do we want to do it? We have to do it. Where do we want to do it?
I don't think he can do that. I literally think he just goes. I think the easiest thing: do Chicago, do the Now Center, do the United Center, and do a WrestleCon there, and everything else will take care of itself. The various promotions, they have places there. They've done enough things as it is. It's not a big deal. And then
where they don't have anymore. They lost that venue where the guy got stabby.
Oh boy. It happened.
Yeah, so about that, there are some things that there are some things that I can talk about a little bit. Because I did get a little more dirt on that situation.
To quote Trick Williams, let's talk about it.
So Cruel might not have been stabbed. Cruel may have gotten hit. And everyone kind of justified beating the crap out of that guy because of that. There's a little bit of confusion because, well, he was bleeding. And, that can happen. But there may have been a stabbing, there may not have been. But pending the investigation, we may not find out anytime soon.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But there is a belief that he possibly wasn't stabbed, and it's just Cruel being
They're
cruel.
Working us?
Well, I heard that the guy who did it or allegedly did it, whatever, was notorious for being a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And that apparently he was intoxicated and they should have escorted him out much sooner. And that's what a lot of the thing that's what I'm reading. A lot of the bullshit is well, if you know this guy's trouble and he's starting trouble before it escalated, you should have escorted him out.
Yeah, it's true. That's absolutely true. But I mean, they still let Dave into wrestling events anyways. So
yeah,
it's that does happen. It's just no, Dave, stop with the Jeff Hardy dance. We don't need 3 hours of you doing the Jeff Hardy dance and full of Jeff Hardy paint at a show that Jeff Hardy isn't even at.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy's not on this show? What are we
I'm going to
doing?
do this. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'm going to bed. Thank you for watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast.
Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is the culmination of a long journey that we've all been taking since the Royal Rumble, since Jonathan Mayer won the crown, since Kathleen won the right to point at the WrestleMania sign, since I had my call of shots to go to the Elimination Chamber and somehow slipped up and let JP and Tom in as well. 5 people enter, 1 leaves as the king of the nerds after WrestleMania. And I swear on everything I have, if I don't win the crown at WrestleMania, this could very well be the end.
Am I in the battle for the crown?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
Cool.
Yeah, because he said it and he thought it was me.
He
thought
it
was you when it was me. And then he said it's going to be you and me and all that thing. And then that's how you got on.
I thought that was for Elimination Chamber, and I have no idea. Cool. I'm going to win the crown, and I'm going to put an end to this show.
Wow.
You guys ruined my promo.
You didn't do the Jeff Hardy dance. How are we supposed to know you were doing a promo? There you go, Dave. Cut that promo. Come on, Dave.
I'm going to win the crown at WrestleMania. And if I don't, I'm going to do something drastic.
Are you going to shave one eyebrow and then
No,
draw it on
not that
higher?
drastic. Not that drastic.
You're going to...
All right. Don't forget to buy
being a
all of
Jeff
our
Hardy
merchandise. Follow us on all the platforms, social media. We're hiring very soon. And yeah, so tell your mother you love her every day because like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. God bless America. I'm excited after this. I don't have to wear these armbands anymore.
We're not hiring because this is the end of the show.